Welcome to Tech Writing. It's fall 2024. My name is John and I'm your instructor. I'm going to use this video to give you a quick introduction to the course. What you're looking at here is our course shell in Brightspace. At the top of the page here you see an announcement. You're going to want to watch this. Every week I will update this to let you know everything that's coming up due and everything that's been graded. Any changes that have to happen in the course, I will note it here in the course announcement, so make sure and keep up with that. If we scroll down, you'll see a series of tiles here. These are called weekly modules, and you can see they are all labeled according to the week. We scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there's one for the final exam, and there's one for the final group project presentation. All of your work will happen in those weekly modules. You've got a Start Here module. That's probably a great place to start, but another thing you want to look at right away is the course syllabus. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up and go over just a couple things. I'm not going to read this entire document to you. You can read it to yourself, but there are a few things worth noting. For example, if you have any questions, you ever need to get in touch with me, come up here in Brightspace and click on this little envelope. Send me an email in Brightspace and you will get a fast reply. In fact, by the time you watch this video, you probably already got an email from me that says, reply to this message if you ever need to get in touch. If you get in touch with me using the Outlook or another type of email, you'll get a reply, but it'll take a while. If you contact me as an email in Brightspace, you will get a fast reply. Next, we scroll down. I've got office hours here. If my office hours on campus don't work for you, send me an email in Brightspace. Let's see if we can work out whatever it is that's going on in an email. If we can't figure it out in an email, then we'll schedule a Zoom or we can meet on campus. I'm sure there's a way we can get together if my office hours don't work for you. There is no textbook for the class. We don't have to worry about that. The course schedule, you'll see everything plays out in the weekly modules. But there is one day and time that you want to keep in mind. Even though this is an asynchronous class, your assignments are due every week by 8 a.m. on Wednesday, and that will remain unchanged throughout the entire semester. You can count on 8 a.m. Wednesday, the week's graded work is due. Now, the way I do this, those due dates and times are set in stone. Every week, your graded work will be due Wednesday by 8 a.m. But I will leave the assignments open until I get around to grading them. And so if you miss that cutoff, go check. If the assignment is still open, it means I haven't graded it. Just submit it. No excuse needed. No apologies needed. I will accept it, grade it, no points off. Once I close it, it's time to move on. Just go to the next week and start doing that work and just make up for whatever you missed by doing better on the following week's assignment. You can see exactly how your grade's going to break down here. And we scroll down. There is no official attendance policy for this class. I just adopted the college-wide attendance policy. And then there's a bunch of other material here that you can read as it applies to you. Let's take a quick look at one of those weekly modules. My course plays out exactly the same every single week. So if you look in one weekly module, it will look just like every other one. You'll have a weekly video lesson. You should always start by watching that. After you move through the weekly video lesson, it's a good idea to just use these gray arrows in the upper right-hand corner. That way you don't miss anything in the weekly module. After the video lesson, you'll get a task or a to-do list that shows everything you need to knock out for the week. And remember, these tasks and assignments are due by 8 a.m. every Wednesday. We'll click on through and take a look at what some of these assignments look like. You can see here there's a discussion forum. You have instructions. I always give you a rubric so you know exactly how your work will be graded. You scroll down, the due date and time, which would be a Wednesday by 8 a.m. is right there, and the number of points it's worth. You can click through and you'll see the next thing on the list, there's a graded assignment with specific instructions. We scroll down, the date and time are clearly marked. There is a rubric available and the amount of points it's worth. Then we click through and there's a weekly quiz. The way my quizzes work, Brightspace grades these things. If you have to miss something during the week, skip the quiz. The quizzes will stay open all semester. You take them when you're ready to take them. You get 2 tries on every quiz. The better score counts, and there's a 120-minute time limit, but if you go over, that's not a problem. You can tell how long the quiz is by looking down and seeing how many points it's worth. All of my quizzes are multiple choice. Each question is worth 1 point. So this is a 1-point quiz, which means it's just a 1-question multiple choice quiz. We go back to our course home. You've pretty much seen everything there is to see. So, quick recap. Assignments in this class are due weekly Wednesdays by 8 a.m. Discussion forums and assignments, check. If they're still open, I will accept them after the Wednesday 8 a.m. cutoff, but once the assignment closes, then it's too late. Quizzes will stay open all semester. You take them when you're ready to take them. You get 2 tries, better score counts. So that's everything I have for you. If you have any questions about anything I covered in this video, come up here in Brightspace, click on the envelope, send me an email, and I'll do my best to clarify.